in attendance. Lost and found articles may be claimed or turned in at the field house or the ticket table. And tickets to permit spectators to leave the stadium and return will not be issued. Thank you for your cooperation. And now introducing the Patriot cheerleaders. The cheerleaders for the Patriots tonight are Savannah Chen, Brooklyn Kellenberger, Adriana Ware, Ella Stearns, Jaime Yetbarak, Elizabeth Boyson, Peyton Berry, Emily Clout, Skyla Rumsa, Kaylee Sorensen, Tiara Pepper, Kate Sargent, Ellie O'Connor, Hallie Carlson, and they're coached by Betsy Plucker and Shannon Noricki. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Howard Wood Field for Patriot football. Tonight, we welcome the team and fans of the Raiders from Rapid City's Stevens High School. The schools participating in this event are members of the South Dakota High Schools Activities Association, which have adopted the rules under which this game is conducted. A strong commitment to excellence, fair play, and sportsmanship are all vital to this activity's success. Lincoln and Rapid City Stevens High Schools appreciate your recognition of the values being taught at this educational event. Your officials for tonight's game are referee Brian Weddle, umpire Keith Mathieson, linesman Jeff Schroeder, line judge Richie Hutchinson, and back judge Jason Kono. These officials are registered by the South Dakota High School Activities Association. They've worked hard to learn the rules and apply them fairly. We request that you respect their honest efforts in administering this contest. Casey Miley, coordinator of athletics for the Sioux Falls schools, is the host game administrator this evening. At this time, please stand and remove your hats for the entrance of our national colors and remain standing for the national anthem. All veterans and out-of-uniform military personnel may salute the flag. Please continue to stand and remain silent until the colors are retired. The colors are being presented by Cadet Second Lieutenant Riley Dinger, Cadet Second Lieutenant Archie Hoffbauer, Cadet Second Lieutenant Harley Robinson, and Cadet Corporal Ashley Clausen from the Lincoln High School Marine Corps JROTC. The Marine Corps JROTC is a full-accredited elective course that places heavy value on the development of self-discipline, leadership, honor, and integrity. Our national anthem will be played by the Lincoln High School Marching Band under the direction of Dan Carlson and of Sam Anderson. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is the 100th color guard performed by Cadet Second Lieutenant Riley Dinger as a member of the Lincoln High Marine Corps JROTC. Please give him a round of applause for all those times. Thank you. As soon as the team gets lined up, we will have our introduction of starting lineups. And this evening we'll be introducing the defense for the Rapid City Stevens Raiders. Starting at defensive end, number 56, Tyrese Morris. At defensive end, number 76, Wesley Folsom. At tackle, number 60, Brennan Bussey. At nose tackle, number 70, Farron Willard. Linebacker, number 8, Joe Spray. Linebacker number 50, Isaac Gelson. Linebacker number 27, Caden McNabb. At cornerback number 13, Philip Walls. At cornerback number 9, Branson Keel. Strong safety number 6, Drew Messer. And at free safety number 7, Colton Hartford. The Raiders head coach is Scott Hagan. And now introducing the starting offensive lineup for the Patriots. At wide receiver number 11, Wyatt Vandentoff. Tight end number 6, Zach Hansen. Right tackle number 77, Noah Brown. Left tackle, number 57, Grant Schreiber. Right guard, number 75, Alex Appold. Left guard, number 67, Jack Hughes. At center, number 58, Ethan Brugage. At quarterback, number 5, Tommy Thompson. Running back, number 26, Austin Sorensen. Wide receiver, number 21, Nolan Ransom. And wide receiver, number 9, Terrell Eisenbraun. And the head coach for the Patriots is Jared Fredenberg.
Rapid City Stevens won the toss, selected to receive.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. I'm August Mills, and tonight from Howard Wood Field, we'll see the number 6 Lincoln Patriots at 1-5 face off against the 9th seeded Rapid City Stevens Raiders, also coming at 1-5. Lincoln this year, their only win 31-7 against the other Rapid City school, Rapid City Central, in the first week. And Rapid City Stevens, their one win coming 66-6 against Spearfish. Lincoln started out the season pretty hot in their second game, lost to Brandon Valley 29-28 in overtime, but have not been able to regain that momentum. And they will kick off tonight. Rapid City Stevens won the toss and elected to receive, something you don't see too often, with most teams opting to defer instead. But Lincoln will kick off. Number 11, Wyatt Vandentop. A chilly, breezy night here at Hardwood Field. Could come in handy for some long field goal attempts when you have the wind with you. About 20 to 25, 40 people on the Rapid City side of the stadium showed up. And we're underway here. The kick will land at about the 2, muffed by the returner. He picks it up, goes to the right at the 5, gets the 10 and taken down about the 15-yard line. That's number 9, Branson Keel. And so on for the Raiders. Comes the offense led by number 7, quarterback Colton Hartford, the junior quarterback. So 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 14-yard line. Hartford out of the pistol here. Receiver motions right to left. Hartford hands off up the middle. Tackle at the 15-yard line is running back number 4, Gabe Wood. And so it's gain of 2 for Gabe Wood on that play. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 16-yard line. So Hartford in the pistol. It's a different running back behind him. It's not Gabe Wood this time. Hartford, 2 receivers on each side of him, gets a snap, drops back to pass, fires screen, caught at the 15, and gets tackled at the 15. That's number 13, Phillip Walls, the other running back. And Stevens will face a 3rd and 8. Decent amount of students from Lincoln showed up in this to brave the chilly weather here tonight. So 3rd and 8 from the 16-yard line. Hartford operates out of the shotgun, empty backfield, 3 receivers right, 2 left. On 3rd and 8 from the 16-yard line, Hartford gets a snap, rolls right, under pressure, and he is sacked. And he didn't have a lot of time there. Sacked by, I believe, number 79, Jonathan Smith. And 4th and 14, a dismissal first drive for Rapid City Stevens. Back to return for Lincoln, I believe, is number 17, Leo Kay. And there's a punt. That's a weak. I think that got blocked. That is downed at the picked up at 35, at the Stevens 35 by the Patriots, and a dismissal punt. I'm not sure if that was blocked or if he just shanked it, but very short punt. It was Leo Kay on the return there. So the Patriots will have great starting field position. Your 1st and 10 from the Stevens 36-yard line, led by their sophomore quarterback, Tommy Thompson. In the backfield with him is Austin Sorensen, 2 receivers on each side of him as Thompson operates out of the pistol on this 1st and 10. Zach Hansen motions. Thompson gets his name hand off Sorensen up the middle to the 35 to the 30 and taken down at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of about 6 or 7 yards, bring up 2nd and short. That's a gain of 6 to make it 2nd and 4 for the Patriots here. And Thompson, of course, with his arsenal, including senior wide receivers Nolan Ransom and senior tight end Zach Hansen, as Thompson operates out of shotgun. Sorensen to his right, Hansen motions right to left, 3 receivers on the left now. Thompson drops back to pass, steps up, fires left, caught the 25, and being taken down at the 23-yard line is number 21. Or, excuse me, that's Terrell Eisenbrun. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Lincoln here from the Stevens 23-yard line. And Thompson operates out of the shotgun, 2 running backs in the backfield, 1 on each side of him, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Thompson hands off Sorensen, cuts to the right, stumbles and falls at about the 23-yard line. Back to line of scrimmage, no gains, 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10 for the Patriots here. Thompson operates out of the shotgun, Sorensen to his left, 3 receivers on the right, 1 left. That's Logan Needles on the top of the screen here. Thompson rolls left. He fires looking for Needles, caught at the 10, and tackled by number 13, Philip Walls. But there's a flag on the play, and we'll hear from our referee, Brian Wetman, here. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. 57 on the offense. 10-yard penalty for the final foul. Second down.
That was holding on Jack Hughes, the left guard, or I believe. 2nd and 22 from the 35. Thompson on the shotgun, Sorensen to his right. 2 receivers on each side. Ran some motions left to right. Thompson drops back to pass. Fires. Caught Hansen at the 28. Cuts to 25. Inside the 20 to the 15 and tackled at the 14-yard line. A great catch and run by Zach Hansen, the senior tight end who I just mentioned earlier. And that should be good enough for a Patriot first down, and it is, I believe. Yep, they will move the chains. It's a great catch run by Hansen. Gain of 22 on that one. Right back to the lines, right to the first down marker, and Thompson operates out the shotgun here. Sorensen to his left. Handoff Sorensen on the left. He cuts inside the 10, inside the 5, taken down at the 5-yard line. Good run inside by Austin Sorensen there, setting the Patriots up inside the 5-yard line. Make it 2nd and 3, a gain of 7 on that one. Actually, the ball we spot at the 6, just outside the 5 there. So on 2nd and 3 from the 6-yard line, Thompson operates out of the shotgun. Sorensen to his right. 2 receivers on the right, 1 left. Thompson drops back to pass. Under pressure, fires over the middle, caught, and taken down at the 1. And they'll say touchdown. That was caught by number 21, Nolan Ransom. And they call that Patriot touchdown. So Thompson to Ransom, a 6-yard score. Gets the Patriots on the board here with 7:11 to play in the first quarter. And they got blessed with great field position after that horrible punt by Stevens. And only had to drive about 36 yards. And so wide Van den Top on for the extra point here. Terrell Eisenbraun to hold. And the extra point is up and good. So Lincoln takes a 7-0 lead here early against Rapid City Stevens. And on that first drive, a great showing by Lincoln, being able to come back after the holding call against, I believe that was Jack Hughes, number 67. Actually, there's a flag on the play after the extra point, and we'll see what that's about here. So something you don't see too often here, a roughing the kicker penalty. That drive by Lincoln. It's a 5-play, 36-yard drive. Ended, of course, with the Tommy Thompson 6-yard touchdown pass to Nolan Ransom. And Lincoln's offense, which has been struggling as of late, scoring 23, 10, 7, and 7 in their last 4 games. All 4 losses, too. They're on a bad 5-game losing streak. Hoping to change that tonight. But offense scores early, and that's good. And after the roughing the kicker penalty on the extra point, which, like I said, you don't see too often, wide Van den Top will kick off from the Stevens 45-yard line. This one sure to go into the end zone, probably out of it. Might even go through the goalpost here. And that one's deep, and that is... I'll go just a little left of the goalpost there, way out of the end zone. That's a touchback. So Stevens will start at their own 20-yard line, down 7-0 with 7:11 to play in the first quarter. And that first drive was very dismissal by Stevens, their quarterback. Hartford, and completed his screen pass. I got shut down, and that was really a quick drive there. So on 1st and 10 from the 20, Hartford operates out of the pistol with Wood behind him, 2 receivers on each side of him. Receiver motions left to right, now making 3 on the right. Hand off to Wood up the middle, gets across the 20 and taken down about the 21-yard line. And so that's a short gain of 1, make it 2nd and 9 here. And Lincoln obviously still trying to prove here. Playoff spots are on the line here. Stevens right now is the one team from AAA that will not make the playoffs. And they're, of course, trying to change that on 2nd and 9. Hartford operates out of the shotgun with Wood to his left. 3 receivers on the right, 1 left. Hartford, quick pass on the right, caught to the 20 and taken down at about the 21-yard line. Is their receiver number 24, Jacob Hafner. That'll be another short gain, make it 3rd and long. 3rd and 7, it's a gain of 2 on the quick screen pass. And so 3rd and 7 from the Stevens from their own 23-yard line. Hartford operates out of the shotgun with Wood behind him. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Hartford gets a snap, drops back to pass. Under pressure, rolls right. Under pressure, trying to escape, fires, caught. We'll see if they rule that a catch. That was intended for number 1, Bridger Nesbitt, and they're going to say no, he did not catch that. Would have been a first down that he did, but he did not. So 4th and 7, and Stevens will punt again. I believe that's number 17, Declan Malone. Oh, 37, excuse me. It's Corbin Mahaffey. So another short punt by Mahaffey there. That one a little better than the first. And from 36-yard lines, Lincoln will take over the same exact spot they did last time. So Stevens' offense very dismissal here on the first 2 drives. 2 3-and-outs and 2 weak punts. No strong showing yet from any part of the team here as Lincoln's clicking on all cylinders, offense, defense, and special teams. Well, with 5:37 to play in the first, Thompson will operate out of the shotgun. Sorensen behind him. 2 receivers on each side of him. Hand off Sorensen on to the left. Gets across 30 to the 25, across the 25, and taken down at the 22-yard line. That's good enough for a Lincoln Patriot first down. Austin Sorensen having a good night tonight. We'll see how often he's spelled by number 8, Melvin T. But as of right now, he's looking good. Logan Needles checks in for Wide Van de Top. And 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line after a gain of 14 for Sorensen. Thompson operates out of the pistol. Sorensen behind him. 2 receivers on each side of him. Now Hanson motions inside. Hand off Sorensen. He gets shut down quickly by number 55, Michael Orthman. And that'll be 2nd 14. A loss of 4 for Austin Sorensen on that one. Great read by the Raiders defense there. And so it'll be a 2nd and 14 from the 26-yard line. Thompson in the gun. Running back to his left. 2 receivers on each side of him. I don't believe that's Sorensen, but I could be mistaken. Thompson drops back to pass. Steps up. Under pressure, he's sacked. Back at the 35-yard line, a trio of Raiders sacked him. Pocket just straight up collapsed there in Lincoln's offensive line. Both offensive lines haven't especially been looking great tonight. And offensive line is the key to winning football games. Just ask any football player. They know. If you don't have offensive line, you don't have a running game. If you don't have a running game, you have to rely heavily on the passing game. And your quarterback doesn't have time to pass. And you just keep punting. So, 3rd and 18 from the 30. Thompson out of the shotgun. 3 receivers on his right. Gets a snap, drops back. Rolls left, under pressure, steps up, fires deep. Caught by Ransom at the 3-yard line. A great catch by Nolan Ransom. He'll fight to score, and he's going to be just short. But Nolan Ransom with a great catch inside the 5-yard line. And great job by Tommy Thompson. They're stepping up as a pocket collapsed around him and getting Lincoln a 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Lincoln cheerleaders and students very happy after that play. You haven't seen a lot of that from Thompson this year, and that's a good sign that he's maturing. So 1st and goal from the 1. He operates out of the shotgun. Running back to his right. Receiver motions. Handoff up the middle. Believe that. Is that Logan Needles? Oh, Sam Southwick, excuse me. Number 34, Sam Southwick there. Gets back to the line and nowhere else. So, 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Southwick will check out here. He's been in the last few plays here for Lincoln. And this first quarter going by pretty quick here. 2:52 and counting to play. That's 2nd and goal from the 1. Thompson on the shotgun. Sorensen to his left. Stevens showing a blitz here. It's Thompson will try and sneak it up the middle. He scores. Touchdown, Lincoln. Tommy Thompson on the quarterback. I wouldn't say a sneak. He was in the shotgun. More of a draw. Lincoln out to a quick 13-0 lead here. And they have already guaranteed this. If they don't score any more points, this will be their 4th highest scoring total of the season, and that shows obviously problems with the offense. One of those games, a 39-7 loss to O'Gorman, was the result of course, Tommy Thompson being out of that game. The extra point by Vandertop is good. And so Lincoln out to a 14-0 lead here, 2:41 to play in the first quarter. We'll be right back. You're watching high school football on K-Learn.
Taking off for the Patriots, number 11, Wyatt.
Welcome back to Howard Field here. That last drive for Lincoln was a 6-play, 36-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 56 seconds and ended with a Tommy Thompson 1-yard touchdown run. But the play of the drive was the great pass on 3rd and long by Thompson to Nolan Ransom, who got the ball down to the 1. Vandertop will pooch it. It'll be picked up 5-yard line. They return it to the 20. Leaps over a man at the 25 and gets taken down at about the 26-yard line.
Heel on that return.
And solid return. That was wide receiver Branson Keel, number 9. He seems to be Stevens' main return man here. So with 2:32 to play in the first quarter, Lincoln Patriots lead 14-0 here, and Rapid City Stevens has had 2 dismissal offensive performances on the field so far, and they'll try and change that here as Hartford operates out of the pistol with Wood behind him. 3 receivers on the left. I noticed a lot of these 3 trips formations. And a quick throw out to Keel. And he'll get taken down at about the 25, 26-yard line. That's a short. Stevens has tried a lot of wide receiver screens here. They haven't worked too well. They do like the trips, though, to try and isolate some of the receivers. And it'll be 2nd and 7. That's a gain of 3 on that one. He got up to the 29 there. So under 2 minutes now to play in the first quarter. Stevens with a 2nd and 7. Hartford in the gun, in the pistol with Wood behind him. 2 receivers on each side of him. And Hartford gets a snap, handoff Wood up the middle. He's going to get a first down and be taken down at about the 34-yard line. Actually, excuse me, it's not going to be good enough for a first down. Make it 3rd and short. Make it 3rd and 2 for the Raiders here on, so far, is their best drive.
3rd down, 2.
They have 8 yards on this drive, and that's already their best one. Like I said, the first 2 have just been a little dismissal there, but they might be starting to figure things out here. So 3rd and 2 from the 34-yard line. Hartford in the pistol with the running back on each side of him, 2 receivers right. Hartford, handoff up the middle, and being swarmed, I believe, is number 13, Philip Walls. He's going to be short, and they're going to have to bring back out Corbin Mahaffey and the punting unit. 4th and 2 from their own 34-yard line. They'll bring out Mahaffey. And Leo Kay standing at his own 40-yard line. See if Mahaffey can get a decent punt here. He's had some rough ones. And 3rd time is the charm a little bit. Some great hang time. That ball dropped perfectly at about the Lincoln 38-yard line. Kay quickly got swarmed. So, you know, solid about 24, 30-yard punt there. It's not been Mahaffey's night so far. And Lincoln will take over 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Thompson on the shotgun, trips to his left. And quick throw over, caught by Nolan Ransom at the 45. Plunges across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That's good enough for a Lincoln 1st down. And that, I believe, might be the end of the 1st quarter, but the clock is stopped. As, of course, they are moving the chains. They're going to get another. They will get another playoff here. Lincoln will operate. Thompson opposite without his shotgun. Sorensen to his right. 2 receivers on each side of him. Zach Hansen motions right to left here. Make a trips left. And Thompson gets a snap. Drops back to pass. Fires left. Caught. Ransom at 45 to the 40. And finally gets tackled at the 36-yard line. That'll be a Lincoln 1st down. Great offensive showing for the Patriots here in the 1st quarter, and they're driving more. We'll be right back here from Howard Field. Lincoln's up 14-0 at the end of the 1st quarter.
Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Welcome back to Hardwood Field here for 2nd quarter. Lincoln is up 14-0 here over Rapid City Stevens. 1st and 10 from the Stevens 37. Thompson operates out of the pistol here. Gets snap, low snap. He's going to run up the middle, and he gets taken down about the 36-yard line. I'm not sure if that was a design draw or if that low snap just prevented the running play from being executed, but nonetheless, it'll be 2nd and long here. Tommy Thompson, 6 of 6 for 90 yards with a touchdown pass. And Austin Sorensen, 5 carries, 23 yards here for this Lincoln offense. Nolan Ransom, 5 catches for 68 yards and touchdown. He's having a nice game here. As Thompson operates out of the shotgun in 2nd and 8 from the 35-yard line. Hansen motions left to right here. Thompson, quick throw over them, caught by Hansen, 25 to 20, 15, 10, 5 touchdown. Tommy Thompson to Zach Hansen. A beautiful 35-yard touchdown pass. Hansen was wide open over the middle, and there was no one around him. Zach Hansen, the 6'4", 216 tight end, big guy, was just able to breeze through. And Lincoln is up 20-0 now. I'll make it 21-0 here if Van and Top can make this PAT. And PAT is up and good. 21-0 Lincoln, 11:17 to play in the second quarter. So we'll get you some scores from around the state right now. Currently at halftime, up in Aberdeen, the Sioux Falls Washington Warriors are up 21-6 over the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. About 35 minutes away from kickoff in Brandon. Very exciting game this week as the Watertown Arrows take on the Brandon Valley Lynx to decide most likely the 4th seed and who will get to host the playoff game. The top 3 seeds, O'Gorman, Roosevelt, and Washington, are probably safe in the top 3 to host. And this one will determine whether Brandon or Watertown will get to host the 4th. Very interesting game. 2 evenly matched teams. Should be a good one. We'll get you scores from there as soon as that game starts. So with 11:17 to play in the second quarter, Lincoln up 21-0 here. Wide Van and Top will kick off, and Rapid City Stevens really needs to get going here. Colton Hartford has not had really a even medium-range pass attempt here. A lot of it's just screens and runs. We'll see if they try and open the playbook here. A lot of trips formations, which usually indicates some good passes, but this Stevens keeping it short, and they're down 21-0 now, and we'll see if they expand the playbook. Van de Top kicks away. A short kick drops at the inside the 20-yard line, picked up by number 8 here. He'll cut to the left and be taken down, or actually spin out of a tackle, keep going, be finally thrown down at the 33-yard line. It's Joe Spray, senior running back. And so Colton Hartford and his offense will come out here. Hartford, 3 or 4 passing, but only for 4 yards. And the running game, Gabe Wood, 3 rushes for 9 yards. 1 catch for 3 yards as leading receiver. That's Branson Keel. So they really need to get a more of a dynamic offense here. A few more fans over there for Rapid City have shown up. I'd say it's, like I said, 40, 50 people there, which is good, making a long trip over to the east side of the state. I'm sure all the players are very grateful for that, coming out and showing their support. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Hartford gets a snap, throws deep. That is dropped by number 1, Bridger Nesbitt, and he had a touchdown. Nesbitt was wide open. He had about 4 yards on his defender, and that was a touchdown the way he was running. And I said Rapid City Stevens needs to open the playbook. They did there, and Nesbitt can corral it. You don't get a lot of opportunities where they're wide open like that. And where we saw Zach Hansen was about that wide open on that last touchdown play. But Stevens will try to regain itself here. Hartford in the pistol. Gets a snap. Quick screen caught by Wood. He's to the 35, to the 40. Gets a block. And is taken down at the 44-yard line. That's good enough for Rapid City Stevens' first down of the game here. And we are into the second quarter. It's a very dismissal first quarter. But they are getting on track here. Good passing play, unfortunately, was dropped. But a good screen there. Gabe Wood was able to get some yards out of that. That was an 11-yard pass. Gabe Wood checks out of the game now. And so, 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Hartford in the pistol here with Malone, who is right, I believe. And gets a snap. And Hartford fires left, and that is almost intercepted by number 14, Avery Rice. Excuse me, that was Philip Walls in the backfield with him there, the junior running back. And 2nd and 10 now for the Raiders. There's an injured Patriot. Oh, yeah, I think he's just tying his shoe. He's fine. That is number 88, I believe, Mitch Iacker. So 2nd and 10 for the Raiders from their own 44-yard line. Hartford operates out of the shotgun with Wood behind him. Trips left. Hartford gets a snap, quick throw, caught by Keel. And Keel gets taken down at the 42-yard line. That's a loss at 2. And they'll set up a 3rd and 12 for the Raiders. Avery Rice with the tackle there for Lincoln. And it'll be 3rd down and 12 here. Under 10 minutes to play in the second quarter here. Hartford operates out of the shotgun with Wood to his right, trips right also. Hartford on 3rd and 12 gets a snap, and that's going to be a flag. I believe that's a false start. Blow the play dead. We'll hear from Brian Wetman. Well, I was right about it being offense and said it was a delay of game, which really shows, how Stevens is struggling so far on offense here. Got a delay a game penalty. You don't usually get those unless the crowd's roaring in. I can tell you here the crowd is not roaring. Crowd noise is not a factor tonight. 3rd and 17 from their own 37-yard line. Hartford and pistol trips right. Wood to his right. Also, now he motions out for a receiver and screen, and that goes nowhere. And goes to Bridger Nesbitt. He loses 3 yards on that one, and 4th and 20. Bridger Nesbitt, of course, the first play of the drive, was streaking open at about the Lincoln 40-yard line. Drop would have been at least a 20-plus yard gain, if not a touchdown. And, well, Corbin Mahaffey's back on for Rapid City Stevens. Starting to become a familiar sight here. See if he can have a good pun here, and solid. Drops at the 34-yard line by Kay. He cuts to the right. Across the 35 to the 40, across 45, across midfield, and taken out of bounds at the 48-yard line of Stevens. There's a flag, though. And we see most times flags on returns are holdings or illegal blocks in the back. Let's see. That was a good return by Leo Kay. And a solid punt by Corbin Mahaffey. But we'll see what the flag is from Brian Wetman.
Line play allowed on the return team. 15-yard penalty to start the foul. First down.
Well, like I said, blocking penalty there on Lincoln. So they will have the ball. 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. Thompson operates out of the shotgun. Sorensen behind him. Trips right, I believe. And Thompson, 8:47 county playing second quarter. Handoff, Sorensen cuts to the left. He's going to get blocked across the 35, across the 40, and taken down at the 41-yard line. That is good enough. Or, not, excuse me, not across 41, across the 35. I got mixed up there. That's my bad. Make it second and 2 now from the 37-yard line. 2nd and 1. Oh, 2nd and 1 from the 37-yard line. Thompson out of the shotgun. Sorensen to his right. 2 receivers on each side of him. Receiver motions. And he'll give it to the receiver. He'll cut to the right across the 35, across the 40, across the 45, across midfield, and taking down the 49-yard line. That's number 23, Johannes Tuba. The senior wide receiver. We have not seen a lot of him, but he is on his first play of the game. He looks impressive on the rush there. And Lincoln, first Lincoln finally deep in some field position here. They've had great field position twice at the 36-yard line of Rapid City Stevens. The other time about where they are now, but they were definitely not been inside their 20 like they were earlier. So 1st and 10 from 49. Thompson, he's going to say that Stevens jumped offside, and I think the ref agrees with him.
Ball, on the defense, number 76, 5-yard penalty, result, remains first down.
So that's a false start, or offside, excuse me. I believe he said number 77. Or number 76, actually, Wesley Folsom. So 1st and 10, handoff Sorensen up the middle, and he gets taken down at the 45-yard line. It's a now 1st and 5, of course, after the offsides. And Terrell Eisenbraun checks out of the game, and believe those along with Sam Southwick, and Logan Needles checks into the game here. Lincoln with a 2nd and 5 from the Stevens 44-yard line. Thompson in the pistol here with Sorensen behind him. Now motions to his right here. Thompson drops back to pass. Under pressure. Gets out of a sack. Keeps rushing to his left. Gets away. Caught by Zach Hansen across the 40. And taken down at the 37-yard line. That is good enough for a Lincoln Patriot first down. And Tommy Thompson really using his legs here tonight to escape obvious sacks and pocket collapses. And Stevens should have had him for a loss of about 4 on that one. Instead, he motions to his left. And if you get that pass, just throw it away. That's a win. But he gets it to Zach Hansen, gets a Lincoln first down at Stevens' 36-yard line, which is where they operate now. Is Thompson out of the shotgun with Sorensen to his left. Zach Hansen motions right to left. 2 receivers on each side. Thompson drops back, steps up, fires. Incomplete, almost intercepted there by number 7, Colton Hartford, defensive back. Quarterback and defensive back. Not a usual combo, but it works for Stevens. So, the pass was intended for Zach Hansen, but that was just a little, he was covered. About 3 Raiders in the area there. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Patriots. Thompson operates out of the shotgun with Sorensen to his right. Now motions out. Thompson drops back to pass. Rolls left. Has time. Steps up. Fires deep. Looking. And it's incomplete. Colton Hartford, the quarterback / defensive back, almost had the pick, but he swatted it down. The pass was intended for Zach Hansen. And I like Tommy Thompson going deep here, showing off some of that arm strength. And it's what I said Hartford himself needs to look at and try and do on Stevens' next drive, because their offense has not been too great here. But Lincoln offense here, trying to score 4 times in the first 4 drives on 3rd and 10. Thompson rolls out to his left on 3rd and 10. Under pressure, gets out of it, keeps running across the 30, and gets taken down at the 27-yard line. I believe he'll be just short. That'll make it 4th and short inside the 20. And I wonder if we'll see Lincoln go for it here. I don't know if they trust Vanetop from. It's at the 28-yard line. It'll be 4th and short, and they will still go for it because you can't punt when you're inside the 30. And Vanetop from what would be about 45 yards. Yeah, they don't like that there. So Thompson operates out the shotgun, Sorensen to his left, trips right here, and that's a blatant false start by number 21 Nolan Ransom. I'm not sure if he just misheard, because he just ran. He just ran like he was starting his route, like the ball had been snapped. So obviously Ransom, just mental error there that you got to be able to correct. So 4th and 7 now. They're still going to go for it, which is good. Ransom checks out of the game after that gaff there. He's having himself a pretty good game, though, before that, and still is. 5 catches, 68 yards, and 2 touchdowns. 1, excuse me. Thompson fumbles the snap, and he can't even get on it now. He still rolls out. He still isn't set, gets it away, and that ball is, they're going to say incomplete. It was almost intercepted there by number 9, Joe Spray, or Colton, or excuse me, Branson Keel, my bad. Give credit to Tommy Thompson again, even though, I mean, the ball was sitting on the ground for about 4 seconds. He couldn't seem to pick it up, but when he did, the pocket, of course, had collapsed around him. He still was able to get out and throw and try and get a first down there, so he's being able to move out of the pocket as Lincoln's offensive line, led by number 57, Grant Schreiber, the Iowa State commit, struggles tonight. Stevens gets the ball back, 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Hartford in the pistol gets a snap. Screen to Wood, caught the 25, gets across the 30, across the 35, across the 40, across the 45, 50. And Gabe Wood to the 45-yard line, I believe, the opposing 45. That's good enough for a gain of about 22. That's what they'll give him. So great catch and run by Gabe Wood there on the screen. Some of the screens for Stevens have been working tonight. Others have not. And with 5:45 and counting play in the second quarter, they're down 21-0, and they need some offensive sparks right here. Hartford in the pistol, Wood behind him, 3 receivers on the right. 1st and 10 from the Lincoln 45-yard line. Hartford gets snap, handoff, Wood up the middle, across the 45, across the 40, across the 35. It's foot race to 30, 25, and taken down inside the 25-yard line. It's good enough for another Lincoln or Rapid City Stevens first down. Tackle there by Hughes. And so Stevens will have a 1st and 10 from the Patriot 18-yard line. This is the first time they've been in Lincoln's red zone. I believe it's the first time they've been across midfield too, so Gabe Wood putting the team on his back here with the last few catches. He's up to 37 rushing yards and 33 receiving yards. A good multi-purpose back here for the Raiders tonight.
Hold it. Offense. Number 3. 10-yard penalty. Offense foul. Remains 1st down.
And so a holding penalty on that one. That'll be 1st and 7 for the Raiders. Hartford out of the pistol. Wood behind him. 3 trips left. Hartford drops back, fires deep right side. Looking for Nesbitt. Incomplete. And that was right. I might have been a yard or 2 ahead of Nesbitt. But his 2 deep passes, however, have been to Bridger Nesbitt, and Nesbitt, of course, probably upset with himself after failing to haul in 2 crucial passes that could set up Stevens very nicely here. Instead, they have a 2nd and 7. You know, not impossible here from the 42-yard line. Hartford in the pistol, Wood behind him, trips right. Hartford gets a snap. Screen, and no. That screen was about a yard ahead of Gabe Wood. So Wood could not corral that. It'll make it 3rd and 7 from the 42-yard line. Stevens really needs to be able to get a first down here and keep marching downfield because Lincoln's offense, they were stopped the last drive, but still up 21-0. They've shown they can score. And so Hartford operates on the shotgun, 3rd and 7, empty backfield, 3 receivers right, 2 left. And Hartford gets a snap. Steps up, fires over the middle. Incomplete. There's a flag. No receiver in the area. There's a flag, though. We'll see if that's PI or something. Either receiver was just held back by one of the Patriot defenders, or he was off, or him and receiver in Hartford just weren't on the same page there. We'll see from our referee, Brian Wetman. And they're advancing the ball. I think this is going to be PI.
Number 53, 15-yard penalty, result, 1st down.
And pass interference on number 33, Aiden Gade. That'll be 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. So here come the Raiders with 5:08 and counting, playing the quarter. Hartford in the gun. Empty backfield now. Gets a snap. Quarterback drop the middle across 25, inside the 20, inside the 15, and taken down at about the 12-yard line. That's a first down run by number 7, Colton Hartford. Good job by Hartford there, using his legs. And Stevens will make a few substitutions there. First and 10 from the 11-yard line now. Hartford in the gun. Two running backs to his right in the backfield. Interesting formation here. Hartford drops back to pass, rolls right. Looking, runs, keeps himself inside the 10, and gets smothered at the 8-yard line by 2 Patriots, one being number 53, Jacob Murphy, the linebacker. And there's a flag on that one, and Lincoln seems to be upset about it. We'll see if they move the ball up. And I was wrong about that. That is holding on number 62, Jesus Jones. And it'll be 1st and 24 from the 1st and 24 from the 25-yard line here. Hartford screen, and that's incomplete. He's looking for Gabe Wood. So second pass that Hartford's trying to get to Wood in the backfield or around the line of scrimmage. That's just been about 1 yard in front of him. And Gabe Wood has really been good tonight when he gets the ball in open space, but he is not these past 2 drives. He's just been off the mark there with Colton Hartford. So 2nd and 24 from the 25-yard line. Possibly see a deep pass here. Nesbitt has been getting the 2 deep passes so far. Hasn't been able to catch any of them, though, so maybe he might go to a different guy. Hartford, the shotgun, 2 receivers on each side. Gets a snap. Hartford fires over the middle and intercepted. That's intercepted by Peyton Hughes at number 32. And Lincoln will take over at their own 10-yard line. So Stevens' best offensive drive of the night gets stopped on an interception by Peyton Hughes, the sophomore defensive back. So Lincoln now has a 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. This is furthest back they've been. 90 yards to go here with 4:19 to play in the second quarter. Thompson out of the shotgun. Sorensen to his right. Eisenbraun motions a little bit. Now bunches formation here on the left side. Thompson gets a snap, drops back, rolls right, under pressure, is in his end zone, rolls out of the end zone, fires, dropped by number 6, Zach Hansen, at about the 15-yard line. It would have been a gain of 5. Hansen can't corral it. He's 2nd and 10 from the 10-yard line. Thompson had some pretty good time there. He had to roll a little bit, but he was okay with time-wise. Not being heavily pressured, at least. And that's what you want if you're this Lincoln offensive line. So 4:11 to play in the second quarter. Second and 10 from the 10-yard line for Lincoln here. Oh, they're going to get a timeout. And we'll be right back. You're watching high school football on K-Learn.
Tony's otherworldly speed and reliance on SDN's network of over 30,000 miles of fiber keep his whole network up and running. Even IT pros up their game when they partner with SDN. Enjoy the uptime.
Welcome back to Howard Field. Here Lincoln faces 2nd and 10 from their own 10-yard line. Tommy Thompson on the shotgun, Sorensen to his left. 2 Sioux on the left, 1 right. And Thompson here gets a snap. And he's going to keep it on the right side. He barrels his way to about the 9-yard line. Back to 10, back to the line of scrimmage there. They'll make it 3rd and long. Tommy Thompson, 3rd and 10. Doesn't get anything on that run there. And so, with under 4 minutes to play in the second quarter, Lincoln facing a 3rd and 10. And they're in a good position here because they get the ball to start the second half. So, don't need a score here. Obviously, you're up 21-0. Thompson gets snap, drops back. Fires complete to Logan Needles at about the 17-yard line. That'll make it. It'll be just short of the first down marker, and I believe they'll send out. Yeah, they'll send out band to top. They're not gonna go for it at their own 18-yard line. It's 4th and 2 from their own 18. So the first punt by Lincoln. That's Dolan Ransom to punt here. Excuse me, not wide. Band to top. And Lincoln's first punt of the night. They've scored on 3 of their possessions and turned it over on downs on the 4th. So, Ransom to punt away, standing at his own 5-yard line. And, you know, Ransom was motioning to get the snap off, and I don't know if long snapper didn't hear him or something, and they're going to get a delay. Ransom was trying to get the punt, trying to get the attention of the long snapper, and they weren't on page there, so Ransom is now standing back in his own end zone. Stevens might send a block here. 4th and 7 from the 13-yard line. Man, I'd send a block here. You have a chance to scoop and score if you block it, but see how Lincoln's line holds up. Ransom gets time, punts it away. Caught at the 40, and down there by number 9.
On the reception there was
Keel. So, Rapid City Stevens down 21-0. Will get the ball. 1st and 10 from the Lincoln 40-yard line. Of course, Stevens was in Lincoln's 20 last drive, but the interception by Peyton Hughes gave Lincoln the ball back, and they had a quick 3-and-out, something we haven't seen from Lincoln tonight. So, 1st and 10 from the Lincoln 40-yard line. .241 to play in the second quarter here. Hartford in the pistol. Wood behind him. Trips left. Hartford gets a snap. Under pressure, rolls right. He's got a hole. Across the 40. Across the... Taken out 35-yard line by number 7. Aiden Sand, the junior linebacker for Lincoln. And 2nd and 6 now for the Raiders after the keeper by Colton Hartford. It wasn't a design keeper, just no one was open, so had a nice hole. Got a gain of 4 yards there. Gabe Wood checks out, and instead is Philip Walls, the running back. And 2nd and 6. Hartford out of the gun, gets a snap, and rolls left. Quick throw, caught by Walls at the 40, makes a man miss across the 35. Makes another miss and gets taken down about the 31-yard line. We'll see if they give him a first down. If they either give him the first down, he'll be just short. He'll be just short. Peyton Hughes will tackle there. 3rd and a yard from the 31-yard line. 90 seconds and counting play in the second quarter here. If they get this first down, they got to start hurrying here. Hartford out of the pistol. 2 running backs in the backfield. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Hartford gets snap handoff. Wood up the middle. He gets a first down across the 30, across 25, across the 20, and taken down at the 19-yard line. It's good enough for a first down. Clock will stop, of course, as they move the chains. So Stevens inside the 20 here with 1:14 to play in the half. I need you to stay with us for halftime to watch a great performance by the Lincoln Marching Band, one of the best bands in the state. And 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. Hartford in the gun. Wood to his left. Trips right here. And Hartford gets a snap. And he's going to roll right. Tried to screen. No one was open. He's just got to get rid of it here. Fires it wildly out of bounds. As he should. There are about 2 or 3 Patriots ready to pounce on him. So with 48 seconds left to play in the half, it'll be 2nd and 10. From the 19-yard line. And if you're Stevens, you have a reliable kicker in Corbin Mahaffey, but you really want a touchdown here as you, like I said, odd thing, they received the ball when they won the toss. They wanted the ball. In most teams, kick so they can be in a position where you score before half like Stevens is trying to do, and they get the ball to start the second half. Stevens, at this point, best thing they can do is score before half. But 1st and 10 from the 2nd and 10 from 19. Hartford rolls right. Fires. Looking incomplete. Ball was just a few yards. Intended for Branson Keel. And that ball was about 2 yards to the right of a diving Branson Keel in the end zone. He was open. And Hartford has just been off the mark with some of his receivers by whether it's a few yards in front of the running back on the screen or a few yards in front of Nesbitt on a long pass. Or that one a few yards just to the side of Branson Keel. Now 3rd and 10 from the 19-yard line. 43 seconds playing the second quarter. Hartford operates alone in the shotgun. Receiver motions. Now 4 receivers right. Hartford rolls right under pressure. Fires incomplete. Great pressure there by the Patriots. And they'll make it 4th down. And we'll see it. That was number 14 for Lincoln, Avery Rice. A corner blitz there. So they'll set up a field goal from Corbin Mahaffey. Will be a 36-yard field goal. Excuse me. We'll have a timeout here. We'll be right back. As Stevens tries to get on the board here, down 21-0. We'll be right back. You're watching high school football on K-Learn. It's 36-yard field goal left hash. There's some wind here. I believe he's with the wind here. Mahaffey, very good kicker here. Trying to put Stevens on the board. Snap good, spot down, kick is up. It's got the distance. It is good. And with 34 seconds to play in the second quarter, Stevens finally gets on the board. They're down 21-3 to the Patriots here. And Patriots are going to get the ball here. I assume just kind of sit on it and wait for halftime as they do get the ball to start the second half. Got a score update from Aberdeen here. Close one here with the number 3 rated Washington Warriors up 28-13. Washington only maintaining a 50-point lead hanging in the fourth quarter. Warriors this year, of course, have looked vulnerable. 2 straight losses to Roosevelt and O'Gorman, are looking to rebound with some nice string of easy games. Keep a monitor on that game, as Watertown Brandon is also expected to kick off soon. We'll keep you monitored once we get some scores from over in Brandon. Mahaffey to kick off here.
Mahaffey kicking off.
34 seconds. I assume Lincoln will just run it out here. Each team has 2 timeouts left. But unless it's a great return. And Mahaffey kicks off. Return ball at the 5-yard line. And cross 5 to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Gets hold of the middle, 25, 30, cuts left, 35, 40. Flag as Leo Kay, a great return to the 44-yard line, but there was a flag. This will probably determine whether Lincoln tries something or not, because 44 yards on the kick return, they might try something, but this will probably be a block. We hear from referee Brian Wetman.
Holding. Return team. And 15. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down. Sioux Falls Lincoln.
And that's going to be holding on number 15, Luke Smith. That will effectively end Lincoln's bid to score before half, as they will have first and 10 from the 24-yard line with 24 seconds in the half. Tommy Thompson operates out of pistol. Sorensen behind him, 2 receivers on each side. Thompson takes a knee. So, it'll be a 21-3 Patriot lead here over the Raiders as we head to half. Of course, Tommy Thompson, a great performance here so far with 2 touchdown passes and a touchdown run. Stevens really needs to get the connection between Hartford and his receivers on key here, or else they're just not going to be able to have a sufficient passing attack. And remind you, stay tuned for the performance by the Lincoln Marching Band at halftime. We'll see you at the other side of the half. You're watching high school football on K-Learn.
The Patriots. Giving us an outstanding performance of the show Gold Rush, finishing the season by making it to the finals at the Bands of America Super Regional Competition in St. Louis, Missouri. As sophomores, they took us out of this world by moving to Mars and marching in the Hollywood Christmas Parade in Hollywood, California. As juniors, they showed us the arts, ideas, and talents from the underground. And now as seniors, they are showcasing their marching abilities on the wild side in this year's show, The Wild. We bid them a fond farewell, knowing that their success in this activity will translate to success in every other area of their lives. These students have proven themselves as leaders on and off the marching field with their commitment to the band program and other school activities. The seniors are the ones with the white plumes on their hats, wearing white carnations or white bows in their hair. You should also notice the people not wearing uniforms on the field. Those are the parents that have been equally committed to the band and to these students, raising them to be fine young adults. Seniors and parents, please turn to the home crowd and give us a wave. Let's have a nice round of applause for them. Thank you for your efforts and commitment over the last 4 years, and thank you for all the great memories you have made for all of us. In all your future endeavors, always remember to march proud, march strong. Going deep for the Patriots for the kickoff is Leah Cave and Russell.
Welcome back to Hardwood Field here. Start of the second half. Lincoln is up 21-3 against the Rapid City Stevens Raiders. The Stevens won the coin toss, elected to receive at a dismissal first quarter on offense, and now have kicked off. Be Corbin Mahaffey to kick off here. And second half is underway. So short kick bounces at the 25. It's picked up by Logan Needles. He trots out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Tommy Thompson has had a great game so far for Lincoln. He is 9 of 13 for 141 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, along with a 1-yard rushing touchdown. Zach Hansen and Nolan Ransom have been good tonight. Long play for Hansen. And Ransom also 5 catches for 68 yards. So Lincoln starts first and 10 from the 24-yard line. Tommy Thompson, the shotgun, Sorensen behind him. Hansen motions left to right. And handoff Sorensen, cuts to the right. And gets tackled at the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 1. And on the other side, the Raiders just not been there on offense tonight. Hartford 8 of 18 for 38 yards and an interception. Gabe Wood 4 carries for 21 yards and 2 catches for 33 yards. And second and 9 for Lincoln. Thompson, the shotgun, gets a snap. Fires, caught, incomplete. Zach Hansen had that, just couldn't hang on to it across the 30-yard line. I'll make it 3rd and 9 for Lincoln. So 3rd and 9 for Lincoln here. Stevens really hoping to stop him here so the decision to receive doesn't look as bad as it does right now. Thompson stands in the shotgun. Sorensen to his right. 2 receivers on each side of him on 3rd and 9 from the 25-yard line. Nolan Ransom motions left to right, making it trips right. Thompson gets snap, rolls right. Fires. Caught. Zach Hansen at the 40-yard line. That's good enough for a Lincoln Patriot first down. They'll move the chains. Zach Hansen a gain of about 15 there. He's been doing good tonight. Hasn't been performing to the best of his abilities last few games, but is coming on tonight, including a big 35-yard touchdown earlier in the game. More like a catch and run. It was a short pass. He just ran wide open up the middle for the score. Thompson now operates out of the shotgun with a running back on each side of him. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Thompson gets snap, handoff Sorensen on the right side. He falls across for about a gain of 2. There's a fumble. Stevens thinks it's their ball. And it is Stevens' ball. So Austin Sorensen fumbles on that one. And Rapid City Stevens will get some decent offensive field position from the 44-yard line. And we'll see how Colton Hartford and company can do. Down 18 points here, start of the third quarter. Plenty of time, but you got to start getting some offense here. Hartford's been off with his receiver, notably number 1, Bridger Nesbitt, as he operates out the shotgun here with Wood to his left. Was trips right. Now it's going to be trips left. Interesting. Hartford gets a snap, drops back, rolls right. He has a decent amount of time. At the 40, and he is sacked. No one was open. He had a semi-safe pocket there, decided to roll right, and got sacked by number 79, Jonathan Smith. And that will make it 2nd and 14 for Stevens. Now, from the Lincoln 48-yard line. .39 and counting to play. As Hartford operates out of the shotgun. 2 receivers on each side of him. Gets snapped, handoff up the middle. And that's Philip Walls. He gets to the 48-yard line, back to line of scrimmage. No gain, make it 3rd and 14. for Lincoln. Or Stephen, excuse me. And Colton Hartford had some time on that first pass. Pocket was semi-safe, maybe just didn't see anyone open, had tried to roll out. That's sacked and cost the team 4 yards there, under 10 minutes ago in the third quarter. Hartford operates out the shotgun. 2 receivers on each side of him. Gets a snap. Drops back, fires over the middle, intercepted. Jacob Murphy at the 45, 50, and tackled at the 48-yard line. Jacob Murphy, the senior linebacker for Lincoln, with the interception and a return of about 7 yards on it. Will send Tommy Thompson and company back out. And if you're Rapid City, Stevens, just real hard there. You got the ball. After a nice you got defense forced a turnover, and the offense has just been stale all night. They've had 2 trips to the red zone. One resulted in a field goal. The other resulted in an interception by Peyton Hughes. And Thompson goes to work first and 10 from his own 49, gets a snap. Thompson, under pressure, rolls up in the middle, fires, caught at the 42-yard line. That's Zach Hansen. That'll make it second and short. Catch by tight end Zach Hansen. Good enough for a gain of 7 yards. Hansen up to 88 yards. He could hit 100 yards receiving today. Good game for him. Second 3 from the Stevens 42-yard line. Thompson operates out the shotgun, trips left. Thompson gets a snap. Under pressure, gets it away. Incomplete, looking for Logan Needles. At about the 30-yard line, they'll make it 3rd and 3. And 3rd and short for Lincoln. In fact, to possibly see a run here by Austin Sorensen. Melvin T has not played too much now. I'm not sure if he's inactive or what. But Lincoln usually used him to spell Sorensen. Not the case tonight. Sam Southwick coming in when Sorensen is not in. But Sorensen isn't on this 3rd and 3 from the 42-yard line. Thompson. And now Sorensen on the left side. He's going to get a first down across the 35, taking down the 33-yard line. That's good enough for a gain of 8 or 9 yards. And that's definitely good enough for a Patriot first down. That is a gain of 8. They get to the 34-yard line. And Lincoln, currently with their 21 points here, will make this. If they score again, this possibly they're 10 points away from tying their season high of 31 in the 1-7 win against Rapid City Central. First game of the season. It's 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Thompson gets a snap, drops back, fires right, caught. Hansen taken down to the 25-yard line. Zach Hansen. That's not. And Zach Hansen get a gain of 9. Putting him at 97 yards on the night. Tommy Thompson up to 164. Excuse me, 173. So he'll probably hit 200 tonight. Good performance, great performance by Lincoln's offense tonight as they try and score here on 2nd and 1 from 25-yard line. Thompson on the gun, Sorensen to his left, trips left. Fires. One-handed catch by Zach Hansen. Wow. And he gets to the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 10 yards and good enough for a Lincoln Patriot first down. Zach Hansen with 107 receiving yards. Tommy Thompson now up to 183 passing yards. And Stevens has no answer for Zach Hansen. So 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Thompson operates out of the gun with that Sam Southwick behind him. 2 receivers on each side of him. Now Hansen motions. Hand off the middle of Southwick. He plows across to about the 12-yard line. That's a short gain here. Bring up 2nd and long. And it's 2nd and 7. So it's a gain of 3 for Sam Southwick on that run. Interesting. Lincoln has 2nd and 7 from the 12-yard line. Thompson in the gun. Southwick to his left. 2 receivers on each side of him. And toss on the left side and getting in and falling at the 1-yard line on a great halfback toss, number 23, Johannes Tuba. He's had some good plays tonight. And this will either be first and goal or second and long after a holding call. We'll see what our referee, Brian Wedman, has to say. Second and 19 after an apparent penalty there. From the 24-yard line, Thompson out of the shotgun. Trips right. Gets a snap. Thompson fires right and dropped by Wyatt Vandentop. Make it 3rd and 19. Some high school area scores here. A final, Washington has beaten Aberdeen 35-7. O'Gorman is leading Huron 7-0 in the second quarter. Watertown Brandon Valley, game I mentioned earlier, is probably to determine the 4th seed here, tied at 7 in the second quarter. And Roosevelt up 15-0 over Rapid City Central. So no surprises here. Roosevelt and O'Gorman up. Washington beats Aberdeen. Watertown Brandon, we'll keep you monitored on that. That will decide the 4th seed, most likely, and who will get to host the playoff game. It's 3rd 19 from the 24-yard line. Thompson drops back. Looks, fires end zone. Looking for Vandentop. Incomplete. Ransom and Vandentop are both in the area along with 3 Raiders. And they'll make it 4th and 19 from the 24-yard line. 41-yard field goal attempt is what it would be. We've seen, interesting enough, number 85, player from Lincoln, not Wyatt Vandentop, practicing with the net, practicing with the kicking net. We're not sure if they're experimenting with a different kicker or if he's just doing it for fun. Anyway, they'll send out Vandentop here for an apparent 41-yard attempt left hash. Grant Triber runs out late, and that's going to be a timeout from Lincoln. Some confusion. And we'll be right back here. 21-3, Lincoln, you're watching high school football on K-Learn. So 41-yard attempt by Vandentop, left hash, or actually more center. Here, give Lincoln a 24-3 lead here. Long kick does have some wind here. That might be why they're attempting it. Snap, good spot down. Kick by Vandentop is up, and it is good. Wide Vandentop, 41 yards down the middle. The wind definitely with him there. And Lincoln will take a 24-3 lead here. We'll be right back. Lincoln's up by 21 with 6:39 to play in the third quarter. You're watching high school football on K-Learn. Welcome back to Howard Field here. Lincoln up 24-3 with 6:39 to play in the third quarter. Wide Vandentop to kick off. Oh, excuse me, that's not very right. Vandentop. That's number 85 to kick off for Lincoln. I apologize. We don't have a name on him, but I'll try and figure that out as soon as possible. And, whoa, that's a good leg. That goes into the end zone for a touchback. So, PA announcer doesn't say who he is. Whoever this guy is, he has a good leg. I'm not sure if they just did it for fun, just a one-time deal, or but he is very excited on the sidelines. So, Rapid City Stevens now down 24-3. First and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 6:39 to play. And it's a handoff up the middle. That just goes nowhere. And that'll be no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. So 2nd and 10 from the 20. 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. Hartford in the gun. Wood to his left. 2 receivers on each side of him. Hartford gets a snap. Flag. Fires. I think they blew the play dead. No, they're... Oh, regardless, it's a gain of 2 yards by number 9. Branson Keel. Or, excuse me, it's Tegan Heckel. And see what the flag is here. It's a false start, I believe. So 3rd and 7. Apparently no penalty there. 3rd and 7 for the Raiders from the 23-yard line. Hartford in the shotgun with Wood behind him. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Hartford gets a snap. Fires, caught. At 25, going around to the right, across the 30, and coming up, possibly getting a first down. There's number 9, Branson Keel. And they'll move the chains. That's a first down. Great catch run by Keel. He gained much more than 9 yards on that with cutting to the right there. So good job by Keel. And Rapid City's got a 1st and 10 from their own 32 with 5:21 to play in the third quarter. Down by 21 points. And Hartford in the shotgun with Wood behind him and the pistol. 2 receivers on each side of him. Hartford gets a snap. Rolls left, under pressure, fires middle, caught. And making man miss across the 35, across the 40, getting a first down to the 45-yard line. Believe that is... See who that is here for Rapid. It's a good catch and run there. They'll have a 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. And hurrying off the field for Lincoln, number 75, Alex Uppold. Apparently they want to make a substitution. I've never seen defensive linemen run that fast. And there's a flag. Both sides are accusing the others of jumping. We'll see what referee Brian Wetman thinks. First and 5 from midfield here. Hartford in the shotgun here. Pistol. Wood behind him. Hartford drops back. Fires deep left side. Incomplete. Wow, that was a great... it was wide open. Or not wide open, but decent position made by catcher number 9, Branson Keel. Great defense by Lincoln there. It'll be 2nd and 5. As the best throw I've seen tonight by... Colton Hartford. And Keel had it, just got defensed away at the last second. He had it, was unable to corral it in, and so 2nd and 5 from midfield for the Raiders. Hartford in the pistol, Wood to his left, trips left. Quick throw caught by Gabe with 45 and gets upended by number 87 there for Lincoln. That's Kamari Red, sophomore defensive back. So that's a gain of only one, or a short play there for Rapid City. And they'll have 3rd and 9 from their own 46-yard line. Really trying to get some offensive momentum here. He stands in the pistol here, gets a snap. And Hartford sacked back at the 40-yard line. Tried to roll right, and there are about 2 or 3 Patriots there. One being number 79, Jonathan Smith. And so Stevens will send out Corbin Mahaffey to punt. They're a strong, legged kicker and punter. Wind going against them here, so don't expect great yardage. They've been having to kick this direction for a while, and that's a decent punt. Bounces at the 30. Gets down at the 23-yard line. So, Lincoln and Tommy Thompson will take over as at the 22-yard line here with 3:26 to play in the 3rd quarter. Up 24-3 and trying to tack on more here. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Thompson in the gun. Sorensen to his right. 2 Sioux on each side of him. And handoff up the middle. Sorensen, he gets across the 25, 26-yard line. Johannes Tuba, who's had 2 good plays tonight for Lincoln, came across as possible option for a handoff. They gave it to Sorensen instead. And Tuba faked out the defense there, and Sorensen got a nice gain of 4 yards, making 2nd and 6 from the 22-yard line. And number 28, Spencer Wasmond, will check out for Lincoln. So Thompson stands in the shotgun. Sorensen to his right, trips left on 2nd and 6 from the 26-yard line. Thompson gets a snap and keeps up the middle, and he falls forward to the 26-yard line of scrimmage. That was Sam Southwick in the backfield with him. And Lincoln will have a 3rd and 6 from the 26-yard line. And Lincoln not too worried here. Our defense has been handling things quite well. And that's Stevens' offense. And you wonder, Tegan Heck was their quarterback last year, if you might see a quarterback change, but they're sticking with Colton Hartford so far. But back to Lincoln with 3rd and 6 from the 26-yard line. Thompson the shotgun, trips right. And Thompson under pressure and fires incomplete. That was a great block by Sam Southwick. Thompson would have just gotten mauled within a second, getting the ball at Southwick, not throwing that great block. But 4th and 6, they'll send out Nolan Ransom to punt. He, thankfully, for Lincoln, has not had too much action punting-wise tonight. He's had 5 catches, 68 yards. That's good for Lincoln. But Ransom, there's been lots of games that Ransom punts 4, 5, 6 times because the Patriot offense goes stale. It's not tonight. That poor fellow would be Corbin Mahaffey for Stevens, and they'll get the ball back here. A high snap by Ransom. They're going to blow that play dead. He was not going to be able to punt that one off. He would have had to try and run it himself and see what it's a false start on Lincoln. So, obviously wasn't a designed fake or anything like that. Just a really high snap Ransom had to jump up for. And it's a high school problem. You see it in almost every high school game here. In South Dakota this year, we've had long snap problems. That's just high schoolers have to get some better chemistry with the kickers and punters. Better snap to Ransom. Clean punt. Drops at midfield. Caught at the 45. Across the 50. And taken down at the Lincoln 46-yard line is number 9, Branson Keel. And so with 1:55 to play in the 3rd quarter, the Stevens offense will take over. 1st and 10 from the Lincoln 47-yard line. And story of Raiders tonight, of course, Colton Hartford, 12 of 24 for 59 yards and 2 interceptions. And Gabe Woods had some solid carries, but they need to improve the passing game here as Hartford stands in the shotgun with Wood to his left. Motion's out now. And now it's 4 receivers on the left. Hartford gets a snap, fires over the middle, caught, incomplete. And, you know, Bridger Nesbitt had that one. Bridger Nesbitt has had a just very unlucky game tonight. He dropped a wide-open potential touchdown pass in the second quarter, was unable to corral a pass a few yards in front of him that would have definitely put them inside the 10-yard line. And on that one, just keeps getting the ball knocked out. He's having a rough night. They all do. Zach Hansen had some rough nights here, and now look at him. He's a 100-yard receiver tonight for Lincoln. And hand off to Wood up the middle here. He'll get a hold of 45, across the forward to the 37-yard line. That should be good enough for a first down. We'll see. They might mark him short. And they won't. They're going to move the chains and give Lincoln a first down. Or Stevens a first down, excuse me. So, 1st and 10 from the Lincoln 37-yard line. As Hartford stands in pistol with Wood behind him. Hartford fires right, incomplete. Hits the ground. Intended receiver was number 1, Bridger Nesbitt. Bridger Nesbitt. And the struggles continue for Nesbitt tonight. It's not all his fault, of course. Hartford's has been off tonight. 12 of 26 isn't exactly a great completion percentage. Now, 2nd and 10 from the 37-yard line. Hartford in the pistol. Wood behind him. 2 receivers on each side. 1:15 to play in the third quarter. Hartford fires left. Caught by McKeel, and he will get to about the 31-yard line. That will be a medium gain to make it 3rd and moderate. Gain of 5, make it 3rd and 5 from the 32-yard line. With 56 seconds and counting to play in the third quarter. 3rd and 5 from the 32-yard line. Hartford in the gun with Wood behind him. Trips left. Colton gets a snap. Under pressure. Looks, fires, looking end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Rapid City. I think that's Bridger Nesbitt. Bridger Nesbitt. Great job by Bridger Nesbitt. We've been saying he's struggling a little tonight. He comes through with a nice 25-yard touchdown pass. And the extra point attempt now for Corbin Mahaffey to try and make it a 14-point game here. And snap, good spot down, kick on the way. Got the distance, and it is good. So Lincoln's lead has shrunk to 14. They're up 24-10 here against the Raiders with 34 seconds to play in the third quarter, and this game is definitely not over yet. 2-score game, especially with how good Stevens did on that last drive, and Hartford's numbers looking a little better now. 14-28 for 96 yards. 1 touchdown. And Bridger Nesbitt, he had a great catch there. And that might be his first catch of the night, but it was a good one. And Stevens now only down by 14. Game not over yet. Kickoff is Corbin Mahaffey. Back to return is a combination of Leo Kay, who's had some good returns tonight, and Logan Needles, who's also had some good returns this season. That's a squib kick. Caught at the 20-yard line. And cutting to the right is Zach Hansen. He's made a name for himself tonight. Cuts to the left and gets taken out at the 36-yard line. Zach Hansen tonight makes touchdown catches, makes good blocks, and now returns kicks. So he's having a pretty good night tonight. And Tommy Thompson and company will take over with 27 seconds to play in the third quarter. Up by 14, trying to hold on to this lead, gain some Germans points here. And Stevens now with their first momentum, their first good drive that led to a touchdown. And they will definitely try get the ball back, and this game's not over yet. Like I said, Thompson operates out a shotgun, 1st and 10 from zone 36. Southwick behind him. And now Southwick up the middle, across the 35, across the 40, and gets taken down at the 42-yard line. That's a gain of about 6 yards. And that, I believe, will end the third quarter. Clock takes under 15 seconds. And that's what they'll do. So end of the third quarter here, Lincoln up 24-10 over Rapid City Stevens. Stay tuned for the thrilling fourth quarter. The Stevens offensive possession has made it known that this game is not over yet. We'll be right back. You're watching high school football on Kaler. Welcome back to Hardwood Field. Lincoln with the ball, 2nd and 3 from their own 43-yard line. Tommy Thompson, the pistol here, 2 Sears on each side of him. Thompson, hands off up the middle, and getting stuffed is, I believe, Austin Soren. No, Sam Southwick. I'll make it 3rd medium from we have an injured Raider on the field. That's number 55. He is Michael Orthman, the senior linebacker. And he is being able to jog off under his own power, which is good. Glad to see that. Game will resume with no delays. Lincoln facing a 3rd and 5 from the 41-yard line. Third and 5 from the 41-yard line here, 11:40 and counting play in the fourth quarter. Thompson operates out of the shotgun. Sorensen or Southwick, more likely to his right. 2 receivers on each side of him. Thompson gets a snap. Under pressure, rolls right, and he's gonna get out of it for a moment. Fall forward to 39-yard line. It's still a loss of 2. That'll bring up 4th down. Looked like a classic strip sack was about to happen as Thompson cocked his arm, was ready to fire, as a Raider descended upon him. Instead, he's able to get out of that and kind of do an awkward dive forward. And Rapid City Stevens gets the ball back with under 11 minutes, down by 14 after a great offensive drive that ended with a nice touchdown pass to Bridger Nesbitt. And see if Ransom, he's had some trouble fielding some snaps here tonight. He stands back his own 25-yard line. That's a good snap, good punt. Ball will drop. It's fair caught at exactly the 30-yard line. So Stevens will start out from their 30-yard line trying to make this game, trying to score here. This game is not over. Definitely not over here if you're Stevens. So, and Lincoln does know that. So defense, of course, they got some good senior players on that team like Jacob Murphy to keep the mindset where it should be. And 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Hartford in the pistol. Woods motions out. Now trips right. And it's a quarterback keeper by Hartford up the middle. He'll get to about the 37-yard line. That's a decent gain up the middle. That'll make it 2nd and short for 2nd and 3. Nice 7-yard gain by Hartford. Now, Woods was standing wide open, waving his arms. So it was a screen, quick pass or a quarterback keeper. I like this. Stevens offense, they have some interesting formations. A lot of empty backfields you don't see a lot here. But 2nd and 3 from the 37-yard line. Hartford in the pistol. Woods behind him. 2 receivers on each side of him. Under 10 minutes to play now on the game. Hartford gets a snap. Fires over the middle. Incomplete. He's looking for number 10, Joe Weber. And that'll make it 3rd and 3. So it'll be 3rd and 3 here from the 37-yard line with 9:54 to play in the game. Handoff up the middle to Wood. He cuts to the left. He's going to get a first down more across the 45-yard line. Still going across midfield to the 48-yard line. That's a good run by Gabe Wood. Around 15 yards. We'll see exactly how long it is. 15-yard gain for Gabe Wood. And a first down for the Raiders across midfield. Slowly but surely, this Raider offense is starting to come alive here. And they have all 3 timeouts. Of course, 9:37. The game time isn't an issue yet. So we'll see how that goes. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Hartford in the gun. Trips right. Hartford gets a snap. Fires right. Caught. Cross 40. Inside the 35, inside the 30, inside the 25, inside the 20, inside the 15, 10. Inside the 5-yard line, diving for the touchdown is number 24, Jacob Hafner, wide receiver, and he's going to be marked just short. Huge gain to the 2-yard line. And Hartford, now Stevens has 1st and goal at the 2. A nice 46-yard play there. Great catch run by Hafner. And it's a 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Hartford stands in the shotgun or pistol. Wood to his left, 2 receivers on each side. Probably a run here, I'd say. And high snap. Hartford dives on it at the 11-yard line. Well, if that isn't a momentum killer right there. Stevens keeps the ball but loses 10 yards. And you can't have small mistakes like that at quarterback center exchange problems. But Stevens does. And it'll be 2nd and goal from the 12. Lost 10 yards. And obviously, if you're Stevens, you're going to go for it here. You're down by 14 with 8:44 and counting to play in the game. So 3 downs to get 12 yards. Hartford in the pistol. Gets a snap, and there's a flag. And that's a false start on Stevens. That's some... So after Rapid City Stevens has a huge 46-yard play, get him at the 2-yard line, they proceed to lose 15 yards on 2 plays, one being a high snap, one being a false start. It'll be 2nd and 17. And with 8:30 and counting go in the game here, Hartford in the pistol here, Wood behind him, 2 receivers on each side. Hartford gets a snap. Drops back, under pressure, rolls left, and he gets sacked at the 25. And you could call this an implosion. A loss of 8 yards. And so Rapid City Stevens has gone from a 1st and goal at the 2-yard line to a 3rd and goal from the 25-yard line thanks to a high snap, false start, and a sack. So 3rd and goal from the 25-yard line. We're going to get a timeout here, and I think. Nope, just wanted to clarify something with players. 3rd and goal from the 25. Hartford alone in the backfield. Gets snap, rolls right. He has time. Looking, firing over the middle. God, it's going to be incomplete. It's intended For number 2, not number 2. Oh yeah, 2, Colton Doney. Oh, Hefner, excuse me. Jacob Hefner. And so, field goal here sets you up with a 43-yard kick left hash, and I think that's what they're going to do with Corbin Mahaffey. 42 yards kick left hash to make it still an 11-point game. Won't change the amount of possessions they need to score, but we'll give him some extra points. Snap, good spot down kick on the way. It's got the distance. It is good. Some great kicking tonight thanks to this great wind we have here at Howard Wood Field. Lincoln's up 24-13, 7:25 to play in the fourth quarter. We'll be right back. You're watching high school football on K-Learn. So back here at Howard Wood Field, Lincoln up 24-13 over Rapid City Stevens, 7:25 to play in the fourth quarter. Around the state, however, O'Gorman leads here on 21-2 in the second quarter. Harrisburg and Brookings are tied 0-0 at half. Good defensive battle there. Ken's beating Lennox 14-0 in the second quarter. Del Rapids beating Millbank 21-6 at half. Brandon Valley and Watertown, possibly game of the night here, is tied 7-7 at half. And, of course, Washington beat Aberdeen Central 35-13 earlier. Kickoff will bounce into the end zone for a touchback. And the way Howard Wood Field is looking tonight, we have a solid amount of people for the chilly temperatures here. Of course, South Dakota fans are, I'm sure, used to this as by now, but still good to come out and support the teams. About 40-50 some for Rapid. It's a 45-degree night here in Sioux Falls. And Tommy Thompson and company will start first and 10 from the 20-yard line. Trips right. And Thompson gets a snap, fires, caught at the 26-yard line. Quickly falling is number 84, Loca Needles. That's good for about a gain of 6. A 7-yard gain to the 27-yard line, make it 2nd and 3. So under 7 minutes to play now in the game, and Stevens needs to stop here, or Lincoln's going to be able to really start milking this clock. 2nd and 3, Thompson in the gun. Handoff up the middle, and getting to the 30-yard line, and I believe enough for a first down is Austin Sorensen. As Austin Sorensen, that was a first down. He gets a gain of 6 yards. Of course, Tommy Thompson tonight is looking okay. 14-23 for 190 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a rush for 1 touchdown, which is good. So 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line, 6:35 and counting, playing the game. Thompson stands in gun with a running back on each side of him, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Thompson gets Sam handoff. Sorensen, he bounces, I believe, back to the line of scrimmage. There'll be no gain. He is a little slow to get up here. Sam Southworth will come into the game, and Austin Sorensen is still on the ground, so he's going to be attended to. We're going to have an injury timeout here from Howard Wood Field. Lincoln's up 24-13 with 6:14 to play in the fourth quarter. You're watching high school football on K-Learn. Welcome back to Harvard Field here. Austin Sorensen walking off with the assistance of two trainers, not putting any weight on that left leg. So he's probably out for the game, but we'll see. 1st and 10 for Tommy Thompson here. He gets a snap, drops back to pass, fires left, caught Van top at 33, cuts across the 40 to the 45, gets a block into midfield. Across the 40 to the 35, he's got blockers inside the 25, inside the 20, inside 15, 10, touchdown. A 68-yard touchdown pass from Tommy Thompson to Wyatt Vandertop, and that should all but seal this game with 5:53 to play in the game. Lincoln's going to take a 30-13 lead here on the most explosive play of the game by far. Great catch and run by Wyatt Vandertop. The pass was 2 or 3 yards. It was just a great catch and run, great blocking by Lincoln. And that will set them up for the extra point. So Vandertop has to collect himself after the the 68-yard touchdown catch, and calmly try and kick this extra point here. Not the easiest thing to do, most likely, in the extra point. Up and good. Wyatt Vandertop, great job. Great catch and run. Great blocking by Lincoln, and they take a 31-13 lead. There's 5:53 to play in the 4th quarter. We'll be right back here from Howard Wood Field.
By utilizing certified coaches, proven practices, and the latest technologies. Sanford Power, proud sponsor of the Sioux Falls School District.
Welcome back to Harvard Field here. That drive, a 4-play, 80-yard drive lasting 1 minute and 32 seconds. Main play, all but 12 of those yards came on the 68-yard catch and run by Wyatt Vandertop. Pass from Tommy Thompson. 5:53 left. Lincoln up by 18. 3 possessions. Will kick off to Stevens. And the kickoff is number 85. Again, the mystery man, not on any rosters. Presuming he's possibly from the soccer team, as he has a good leg here. We'll see how this works, kicking against the wind. That's a decent kick. The wind's going to affect that. It'll bounce at the 22-yard line. And quickly returned by number 13, Philip Walls. He will get to the 34-yard line. So it'll be interesting to see for Lincoln the rest of the season if he utilizes 85. And see who he is. I'm sure he'll be on the next program for Lincoln's next game, which is away at Brookings on October 12th. So Lincoln, or Stevens, really kind of deflated after that. Over the ball, 5:42 to play, down by 18. So Hartford gets that, fires left incomplete. Intended for number 24, Jacob Hafner. That will be 2nd and 10. Jacob Murphy quickly checks out the game. And on 2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line, Hartford in the pistol here, gets a snap, drops back, rolls left. Under pressure, it has to quickly get it away. He was just hit hard by number 7, Aiden Sand. And that will make it 3rd and 10 from the 35-yard line. So 3rd and 10 here from the 35-yard line. For Stevens, Hartford stands alone in the shotgun, trips right, 2 receivers left. 5:31 to play in the game here, down by 18. Hartford gets the snap, rolls right, fires right, incomplete. Intended for number 3, Tegan Heckel, defensed, I should say, by number 22, Sam Siegel. 4th and 10 for the Raiders, and they're going to send out Corbin Mahaffey. 5:25 to play in the game, and so most likely Lincoln will probably do a heavy run here off the Austin Sorensen, I believe, was sent to the locker room. He could not put any weight on that left leg. And so Sam Southwick will probably get it here. About the return here, across the 35. I mean, thrown down at the 37-yard line is number 17, Leo Kay. And so 5:12 to play in the game. Lincoln will take over here. Good night for them. Offensively, Tyler Thompson, 15 of 24, 258 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a rushing touch, a 1-yard rushing touchdown too. Zach Hansen, 7 catches, 107 yards. I haven't called his name in a while. We'll see if he gets more action here. But like I said, probably heavy running by Sam Southwick. Nolan Ransom, 5 catches, 68 yards. And of course, Wyatt Vanden Top, just 1 catch. It was a 68-yard touchdown on the last drive that kind of blew this game open. And 1st and 10 from 37-yard line. Thompson in gun, gets a snap. Quick throw right. Caught. Across 35, across the 40, taken down to 41-yard line is number 15, Luke Smith. Luke Smith, not a usual number there on Lincoln for receiver. Zach Hansen is on the bench. You know, I wonder if they're just kind of resting him at this point. He's had a great game, 100 yards, touchdown. He's next to Austin Sorensen, so Sorensen is not in the locker room. That's error there. He is on the bench talking to Hansen, and I assume about his injury. We'll have to see whether he's able to suit up next game against Brookings. That's next week on Friday. 1st and 15 after an apparent false start. We're going to get, yes, 1st and 15 for an apparent false start from 32-yard line. Exactly 5 minutes to play in this one. And Thompson stands in the gun. Southwick to his right. 2 receivers on each side. Bunches on the left. Gets a snap, handoff up the middle and taken down quickly by a trio of Raiders at the 30-yard line. That would be a loss of 2 or 1, make it 2nd 16 from the 31-yard line here. Lincoln's ultimate goal is to milk the clock here. They have 2. Stevens has 3 timeouts remaining. So 2nd and 16 for the Patriots from the 31-yard line. And Thompson in the gun. Gets a snap. Handoff Southwick on the right side. Gets a small hole across the 35 tackle at the 37-yard line. There's a small group of players now, including Logan Needles, Wyatt Vanden Top, Zach Hansen, and Austin Sorensen. Doesn't look like they're looking at Sorensen, so hopefully that means it's just a sprain or something. I think it was more serious, he would be sent to the locker room, which he's not, so that's a good sign. And 3-4-2 left. Thompson in the shotgun. Southwick to his right. 2 receivers on each side of him. And Thompson gets a snap. Under pressure. And gets sacked at the 35-yard line. That'll be... Or 30-yard line, excuse me. Be a loss of 3. And... I'd assume the Lincoln student section will be about to start the classic I believe chant. As they're up by 18. This ball doesn't have to be snapped until under 3 minutes here. 4th and 17. Ransom will punt. Raiders have 2 men back to return it. Nesbitt and Keel, 2 of the wide receivers. Under 3 minutes to play here. Ransom gets a low snap, picks it up. That's a poor punt. Drops at the 45, takes... Really a neutral bounce, just going sideways. He'll drop at 46-yard line. So Stevens will have the ball at the Lincoln 46-yard line. 2:45 to play in this one. But they're down 31-13, and I think this one's out of reach. Tonight we've seen Colin Hartford go 15 of 34 for 142 yards with 1 touchdown pass and 2 interceptions while rushing 8 times for -6 yards. Gabe Woods had 7 carries for 46 yards, 3 catches, 29 yards. 5 catches for Bronson Keel, but only 16 receiving yards. 2 catches for Jacob Hafner, 48 yards. Best play of the night was Bridger Nesbitt. The long touchdown catch. That's what made it, at the time, gave him 10 points, and I think we're going to get a timeout here. And we'll be right back here from Howard Wood Field. Lincoln's up 31-13 over Stevens, 2:45 left in the game. Weber in at quarterback now for the Raiders. Drops back, fires right, complete. High pass caught by number 1 Bridger Nesbitt at about 38-yard line. That's good enough for about a gain of 8 yards. Has Stevens made a quarterback change? I think they have. Yeah, Joe Weber comes back out, number 10. So Colton Hartford's done for the day after being 15 of 34 for 142 yards, a touchdown down to 2 picks. He's just been off chemistry with some of his receivers, especially Bridger Nesbitt, who's had some fateful errors in this game. Second one from 37-yard line. Weber in the pistol, trips left here. Weber gets the snap, runs it up the middle. He's got first on across 35, across 30, inside 25, inside the 20. He's got some space inside the 10, 5. Joe Weber inside the 5-yard line with under 2 minutes to play, and Stevens will be set up with a 1st and goal inside the 5. A run of 32 yards on the right. Run of 32 yards by Joe Weber, who really showing off the legs there. And Stevens' next game, next week, right back here at Howard Wood Field, another long bus ride for the Stevens players and fans. They face number 3 Washington. It will be interesting to see who they start at quarterback. We'll bring it to you here, of course. Weber or Hartford, as Woods will rush up the middle for a touchdown, sort of a garbage time touchdown. I'll make it 31-19 here with 1:51 to play in the game. Currently, it is a 12-point game. I assume they'll just send out the extra point unit, try and make it 11, which they will. So Stevens has a decision made for next week with whether they want Weber or Hartford. And an extra point is good by Corbin Mahaffey. So it'll be Lincoln up 31-20, 1:51 here. Stevens has 2 timeouts along with Lincoln. I'd assume you'll see an onside kick here from Stevens. Not enough time to trust the defense, especially lacking the 3rd timeout with no 2-minute warning. It's past 2 minutes anyway. That won't be effective. So, and Lincoln tonight, great game by Tommy Thompson, 15 of 24 for 258 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. And Austin Sorensen, 12 carries, 53 yards before being brought out injured. Zach Hansen, 7 catches for 107 yards and touchdown. Nolan Ransom, 5 catches, 68 and a touchdown. And Van de Top with 1 catch for 68 and the touchdown there. Logan Needles also contributing 2 catches for 15 yards. Sam Southwick, interesting. Usually it's Melvin Teahan as the backup running back. It's been Southwick tonight. He has 7 catches, 7 rushes for 9 yards. So it'll be Corbin Mahaffey setting up for no doubt an onside kick. The ball, of course, spot at the 40-yard line. And this will probably be the game if they don't get this onside kick. It's pretty, I mean, it's no surprise here. Well, they might kick it deep and trust the defense, but Beam happy to kick off here. And onside kick to the left, quickly retrieved at exactly midfield by number 6, Zach Hansen. He makes touchdown catches, he makes blocks, he returns kicks, and he falls on onside kicks. He's had a great night tonight. Big factor in Lincoln's win, or presumed win here. 150 left, the offense takes over. Stevens can stop the clock twice. They're down by 11. Presumed to see Sam Southwick get the carries here for Lincoln. And 1st and 10 from midfield. See Thompson out of the shotgun. Southwick to his right, trips right here. 150 play and a horrible snap, and Thompson dives on the 35-yard line, and that will be a loss of 15, so not what you want when you're trying to run the clock. That all but assumes you will not be able to get another first down on this drive because you probably won't pass here. So a 2nd and 25. I don't think Stevens going to stop the clock here. 1:26 and counting. They're not going to try and stop it. So it'll be under 110 by the time this next play is snapped. 2nd 25 from their own 35-yard line. Thompson out the shotgun, trips right, and that will be a timeout from Lincoln, I think. Timeout Lincoln with 1:06 to play in the game. We'll be right back here. This is most likely our last break here. You're watching high school football on K-Learn.
Remind the students that you may go down the track following the game to greet the players. Please do not go on the playing field. And all adults must exit the stadium from under the stands.
Welcome back to Howard Field here. Lincoln up 31-20 here, 1:06 to play. And Thompson the shotgun here. And he'll keep it himself up the middle. He gets taken out about 37-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Clock goes under a minute. And Stevens is not calling any timeouts. So that will most likely do it. Or that won't do it. They'll have to run out and play. But Stevens is throwing in the towel here. I have to just get one more playoff here. It's the 3rd and 22. Lincoln will improve to 2-5 on the year and try and hold on to that 6th spot here. Stevens will fall to 1-6 and keep the bottom spot. As of right now, they will not make the state AAA high school playoffs. Thompson keeps it up the middle, gets tripped up at about the 39-yard line. That's going to do it here. Are they going to call a timeout? So Stevens call a timeout. So instead of calling the timeout when there was a minute and a half left and you were trying to make some stops here, Stevens calls a timeout with 21 seconds left. The game is out of reach. I mean, the game was most likely out of reach then too, but still you could save some clock, try and get the offense ball back. I'm not sure what they're doing here. Is prolonging this game, and the result and Lincoln, of course, last year, that's a really wobbly punt. I think there's a lot of wind factor here. Taken at the 43-yard line. Lincoln's got the ball. Stevens fumbles, and a Patriot ball. And So Stevens calls a timeout only to muff the punt. And Lincoln's going to get the ball back with 13 seconds. And they're just going to take a knee at this point. Tommy Thompson has a great night, 3 touchdown passes. Zach Hansen over 100 receiving yards. Lincoln students and cheerleaders begin the I believe that we will win chant. They will. They improved to 2-5 on the season. Stevens falls to 1-6 as it is in danger of missing the state AAA playoffs. Thanks for watching this game from Howard Field. I'm August Mills. We'll be back next week to cover Washington and Rapid City Central here at Howard Field.